On today's show, Barb and I are going to make a sheet pan beef and broccoli with mixed veggies. Also rice and a lot of really good seasonings, and I'm going to show you some shortcuts to make a delicious topping mix. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. And here's Barb with the question of the day.
Do you like rice? If you like rice, give it a thumbs up.
To get started, let's go through a few ingredients and get our rice going. I usually like to spray my rice pot, even though you shouldn't have to with this material, just to be safe. And then I'm using today a bone broth, which is chicken, beef, and turkey. Now this is different than the beef broth because this is made from the bone and it has a lot better taste to it. So we'll take and pour that in, and don't worry about the measurements right now, because if you click that subscribe button right down there, you'll see the more button and you'll see all the list of ingredients and the measurements and everything. So we'll get this in here, get this all set, and then we hit the start button. I call it the easy button. You hit the easy button and it does the work for you. This is what I'm using, a long grain rice enriched. By the way, I have the stove preheating to 425 and it just came up to temperature. So we'll get that out of our way. Now, for our mix, we're going to be using a sesame oil. And I'll just get that measured out here really fast. You want enough of this because this is going to be the sauce that we're going to pour on top. And I just made it with this bottle. It's fantastic. So we'll get that in our mixing bowl. And then the garlic that I'm using is a roasted garlic. And it's a liquid. It really works a lot better. There we go. We'll get that in there and just get this mixed up a little bit. Now I have one more ingredient that I need to put in here, and that's the ginger. I took it out of the freezer a little bit late. It's the last little piece I have. I'm going to have to order some more, but I think, let's see if maybe it's thawed enough. Yes, definitely. Careful with this tool here. You could even use a microplane if you wanted. I think that's all we're going to get, and I'm fine with that because we don't like an abundance amount of ginger. We like Mary Ann, the Professor, and Gilligan, but ginger we like to go easy on. Okay, we'll mix this up now, and that will be ready for us for later to pour it over the top. So get that all mixed up. Get my measuring cup so I can pour easily without spilling. That's something I actually practice doing. I actually practice spilling things all over the kitchen island. There we go. Okay, let's set that aside for now. Rice is going. On the sheet pan, I'm going to spray with Pam. This one's dead. Let's start on a new one. And while I'm spraying Pam, I want to tell you a little secret that we use when we cook and you have family members coming over and you want things to look nice. You can use a vegetable oil, or you could use an olive oil. And after you cook your meat, you spray the top and it makes it look really good and shiny and delicious. It adds a little bit of flavor to it. I also have a coconut here that I use every once in a while as well. Okay, now we have the veggies and the meat that we need to get going here. So for the veggies, you can cut up fresh stuff if you want. But lately I've been encouraging everybody to taste frozen vegetables. They are flash frozen and they are ready to go and they're so delicious. This particular bag is broccoli cauliflower florets. It has crinkle sliced oranges and yellow carrots. So this should be really good. Just pour these out here. And the other neat thing is this doesn't take long to cook either. You've been working all day, you come home, you want to make something really good and delicious for the family. This is going to take maybe 15 minutes. Of course, we're going to check the meat to make sure that it's up to temperature. You need it at least 150, so we'll make sure our meat is at least 150. Here we're going to lay out these vegetables just like this. They're frozen, so they will cook and steam a little bit. At that 425, they'll cook really well. Now I have some salt. We'll put a little salt on the veggies. I don't have any soy sauce on this recipe, so I don't have to worry about being careful. And the bone broth is not overly salty, so we're pretty safe on things. Now I have olive oil. The olive oil is garlic and mushroom olive oil. So I'm just going to put my finger over and try to splash. Like I said, you could do it this way like this, or once again, you can get your olive oil and spray it this way. Just like that. Okay, now we need our meat. So for the meat, I like to use a glove. So I just grab a glove and just grab my meat. I'll bring it over here where you can see it easier. There we go. And I'll just kind of grab them and pull them apart, let them fall a little bit. Pretty simple meal. This one's easy to memorize how to make. But it's going to be so good. This will be so delicious. Keep an eye on the meat. Check it with the thermometer. Make sure it's over 150, but under 5,000. Don't cook it till the smoke detector beeps. There we go. Wow, that's great. Now, I need some seasoning. For seasoning, I have a seasoned pepper. So I'm going to put seasoned pepper on top of this. And that's going to be our seasoning. And a little bit of salt on the meat. We won't go too crazy since we already salted the vegetables, but you have to. If you don't salt, it's going to taste like cardboard. And this is what it looks like. Next, let's take our mix, give it a little refresh stir. Drizzle this over the top. Now I didn't put any sugar in this either. Sometimes people put brown sugar in this. And if you wanted, you could use brown sugar. You could use our Truvia for the diabetics. You could put honey on this. You could put maple syrup. That would be good. This is my recipe that I wrote. So let's throw it in the oven and we'll check it in about 15 minutes. The rice is all set and we can bring out the main ingredient. Be careful with these pans. It would be better if you have high sides on your dish or pan that you're using. There's a lot of juice in there. And of course, check it with your digital thermometer. You want to be over 145, 150. Maybe on 156 up to 160. So this is all set. That's all done. Here's my rice. I'll get a nice mix of meat and vegetables right here in the center of the plate. And there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and here's a couple more for you.